Hey everyone, and welcome. So, are you ready to take your AI art from, well, kind of generic to something that looks professional and totally you? If so, you are in exactly the right place. Today, we're diving into a playbook that's going to completely change how you create with AI, turning that vision in your head into something real. Let's get into it.
You know the feeling, right? We've all been there. You have this amazing, perfect image in your mind, you type in your prompt, hit generate, and what comes back is not it. Not even close sometimes. It's super frustrating when the AI just doesn't seem to get what you're going for. But what if the secret isn't just about what you type, but about how you think before you even touch the keyboard?
And this right here, this is the core idea. This is the big mindset shift. Stop thinking of yourself as just a user typing commands into a machine. You've got to take charge. You are the visionary. You're the director. You're the one with the artistic intent. Seriously, this one little change in how you see yourself is the foundation for everything else we're going to talk about.
So here's our roadmap. First, we'll dig into that all-important creative director mindset. Then, we're going to break down the anatomy of a perfect prompt, like a recipe. After that, we'll talk about picking the right tools, building your own personal style guide, and finally, mapping out that journey from novice to master.
Okay, first things first, the creative director mindset. I'm telling you, the most important work you do happens way before you open up Midjourney or any other tool. It all starts right here, in your own imagination. So here's the deal. Before you type anything, just close your eyes and actually see the image. I mean, really see it. What's the mood? Is the lighting all soft and dreamy, or is it sharp and dramatic? What about the composition? Where's the subject? You have to imagine you're briefing a real person, like a photographer or an illustrator. The clearer that picture is in your mind, the better you can translate it into a prompt the AI will actually understand. All right, you've got the vision locked in your head. Now what? How do you get it out and into the AI? This is where we get super practical, and I want you to start thinking of your prompt like it's a creative recipe. You need all the right ingredients in just the right amounts to get that perfect bake.
So, here's the recipe. It's got 6 key layers, and each one adds another level of detail and precision. You start with the basics, your subject and the scene or setting. Then you layer on the look and feel, the style and the lighting and mood. From there, you sprinkle in the extra details, like specific colors or textures. And finally, you tell it the output intent. Is this supposed to be a photograph, a sticker, a logo? Every single step helps get rid of the guesswork for the AI. You're guiding it, step by step, right to your vision.
A great director wouldn't hire a cartoonist to paint a super realistic portrait, right? Same idea here. You have to pick the right AI for the job. Not all models are the same. They each have their own sort of artistic quirks and strengths. So you gotta think strategically. If you're going for that moody, cinematic, atmospheric vibe, Midjourney is probably your best bet. Need some really clean, graphic-style clip art? Artistly AI is awesome for that. For anything really stylized or fantasy-based, Leonardo is a fantastic choice. And for those slick, professional product shots, FreePic AI has you covered. Matching the tool to your vision, that's a huge part of being the creative director.
And hey, your toolkit isn't just limited to the image generators. You should absolutely be using a language model like ChatGPT as a creative partner. Think of it as your assistant. You can ask it to brainstorm different takes on a concept, or even ask it to rephrase your idea to sound more like a professional art brief. It's a fantastic way to see how tiny changes in your words can lead to huge changes in your final image.
Okay, so you've made a few really great images. That's awesome. But how do you turn that into a consistent, recognizable style? It's all about building your own personal creative playbook. This is how you go from making cool one-off images to really developing your own artistic voice. Think of this as your personal AI art textbook, one that you write yourself. Anytime you get a result you absolutely love, document it, save the prompt, but also make a quick note on why you think a certain word or phrase worked so well. And when you're looking at other people's art, don't just copy their prompts. Try to analyze them, figure out the logic they used. This is how you start to build your own visual vocabulary instead of just borrowing someone else's.
Now for a more advanced move. This is where you can find some real originality. It's all about combining different, even conflicting styles to create a brand new aesthetic that really stands out.
So let's take a strong, familiar style to start with, like steampunk, with all the gears and brass and cool Victorian vibes.
And now let's smash it together with something that feels almost like the complete opposite. A soft, organic, floral aesthetic.
And boom, look at that. It's the tension, right? The tension between the hard mechanical stuff and the soft natural stuff is what makes the image so unique and memorable. This is where the real magic happens.
All right, we've gone over the mindset, the techniques, the strategies. The last piece of this puzzle is all about the long haul. It's about developing the habits and the patience of a real expert.
Let me be clear. Everyone, and I mean everyone, starts out getting simple, kind of messy results. The people you see as experts, they're just the ones who didn't stop. They were patient with the learning curve, they were consistent with their practice, and this is the most important part, they never ever lost their curiosity. With every single generation, your eye gets a little sharper and your work gets a little more you.
And if you take just one thing away today, please let it be this. Prompt writing isn't about finding some secret magic word that unlocks perfect art. It's not magic, it's a skill. It's the craft of taking all that beautiful chaos in your imagination and giving it a clear, effective structure so an AI can finally understand and create your vision. So, the real question is, now that you know how to talk to your new creative partner, what are you going to make? The AI is ready and waiting for your direction. The only limit really is what you can imagine. Now go create something amazing.